know what they say. Go big or go home. Hello, and today I have a book haul for you. I am really excited right now because I'm having a really good day. I just came home from a wonderful breakfast with my best friend. On my doorstep when I got home were 2 parcels from Book Depository, which had the majority of the books that I'm showing you today. Literally only one had been delivered previously out of the 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, out of the 7 that I bought. So I'm just going to get straight into this because my excitement is bubbling over and I don't know where to start. So I'll begin with one that I'll also be reading as soon as possible, as soon as I finish the book that I'm on at the moment, which is Nerve by Gian Ryan. As you may know, a movie is coming out. This is the movie copy, which I normally don't like to buy, but I looked at the other covers and I wasn't too fond of them. Movie cover, it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm super excited to read this before the film comes out so that I can kind of reflect on the book to the movie, which I love doing. And I was just so interested in the trailer that I had to get the book to read first, because I think it's going to be one of those ones that is just going to be super fun to read. If you don't know much about it, it's about a world where there's this kind of app and you get to choose whether you're a watcher or a player, and you're sort of given all these dares that you need to do, and these 2 characters get sort of super wrapped up into it, and you know, it's all in New York City and it just kind of goes crazy, and I think it's going to be a really fun read and hopefully a really quick read, because something like that, I mean, obviously the trailer, like for a film, is going to be a lot more fast-paced than a book, but I still think it's going to be a pretty quick and constant flow of fun and games and adventures and chaos, basically. The next book that I'm going to choose, The Problem with Forever by Jennifer Armentrout, I'm gonna guess. This, I mean, has been everywhere. The cover is gorgeous. I love a watercolor cover. I've got this one just because I'd heard so much about it, and it's sort of just one of those books that I know I'm probably gonna love, let's be honest. I just think it's going to be one of those really fun high school ones, you know, awkward teenage girl trying to fit in, cute teenage guy. One of those fun ones that you can just sort of read and smile like an idiot while you read it. The next book is by the one and only Colleen Hoover, #1 best-selling New York Times author. It is Confess. I think this one is going to be a little bit like Jandy Nelson. That's what I'm kind of hoping. The Sky's Everywhere and I'll Give You the Sun. You know, it's kind of a person with quite a lot of damage at the start of the book, and sort of how they are dealing with that damage and how they grow and change and interact with a love interest. Yeah, I don't know too much about the book at the moment, which is kind of the case for most of these books in my haul. I sort of just had a look through Book Depository, read some synopses and decided, yep, that sounds good, I'm gonna buy it. This was a birthday present to myself, so yeah, I picked up Confess. This is going to be actually the first Colleen Hoover book that I will have read, but I've heard great things about her, so I'm super excited for it. It was a blur when I bought them all together. I was just very excited, and I just wanted to get some new books, which I totally don't need because I have so many that are on my TBR, but Book Depository gets me again. The next book is Correct by Claire Strahan. I picked this one up because it's another high school YA. I think I've come to realize that that is what I enjoy reading. Cracked brilliantly captures the realities of friendship, family, first love, and the value in staying true to yourself, even when everything around you feels like it's falling to pieces. I think we all had a moment in high school where we just felt like we were never going to make it out, and where the people that we sort of grounded ourselves with did us wrong, or kind of disappeared for a little while, or something happened and there was like a divide. And yeah, I think this is just going to be another one that I can easily relate to, and there's just going to be that sort of high school element that I do really enjoy reading. A lot of my sort of favorite books revolve around people sort of at the end of high school or just out of high school. So this is going to just be another good read. I think it'll be an interesting one. I haven't heard much about it. As I said, I just sort of went through Book Depository / Goodreads and decided on a couple of books that I wanted to give a go. The next book is My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga, I think it is. I sort of picked this one up. This one's going to have quite a few darker themes. The main character is sort of plotting her own death. She finds a website with a section called Suicide Partners. I just think it's going to be one of those ones that's going to really hit hard, and it's going to be pretty tragic, but in the best way possible, I suppose. I guess I'm ready to have my heart ripped out, maybe. I'm kind of feeling a little bit All the Bright Places with this one, maybe, where the tragedy and the beauty of it kind of melds together really perfectly. That's what I'm hoping, at least, so I'm gonna give it a go. This came up on my Goodreads my Goodreads profile, so yeah, I'm really excited for these, but I don't have much to say about them because I sort of chose most of them on a whim. I'm just excited, and I do think this will be a nice tragic one, but I will let you know when I read it. The next book has a gorgeous cover, The Museum of Heartbreak by Meg Leder, which has lovely gold foiling all throughout it, all through the city and everything like that. So pretty. This one, I mean, there is such a theme here, isn't there? Like tragic heartbreak, teenage YA lives, essentially. This one, it was the same as My Heart and Other Black Holes. It came up during a Goodreads search as I was looking at another book that I had read, or that I was putting onto like my read shelf, and I thought it sounded pretty great. It's about a girl. She creates a little museum of like things that remind her of previous relationships and previous breakups and stuff, and I just think it's going to be a really fun one. The cover seems fun. I mean, look at the back. So fun. Set all in New York as well. Even though I haven't been to New York, I would love to go to New York, so reading books set in New York seemed like a good way to start before I can save up enough money to actually get over there. The last but not least of this haul of 7 is A Study in Charlotte, which is basically a reimagining of Sherlock Holmes. It's about the descendants of Sherlock Holmes and Watson, John Watson. You've never seen Watson and Holmes like this before. The cover is also really beautiful. I ended up getting the hardback because this is actually quite a new release, I'm pretty sure. So it only came in hardback, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just think this will be really fun. I love the detectives. It's about 2 teenage descendants of the brilliant detectives detecting. Pretty much. That is it for my book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. If you actually have heard of any of these books, or from my terrible descriptions of them you think they might sound good, please leave a comment below. I'd love to start a little bit of a discussion with some of you. And give this video a thumbs up if you want me to spend more money on books. Not that it will deter me if there are none down there, because I will still purchase way too many books. It's inevitable. Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Now to color coordinate my books.